More than 100 personnel and 41 agencies have been involved in the search for Wells since she was reported missing from her home in the Beach Creek community Tuesday night. Summer Wells was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County around 6:30 p.m., according to authorities. Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said she was last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts. Lawson later said that around 60 to 80 people participated in the initial search Tuesday night. The Tennessee Highway Patrol's Aviation Unit and Ballad Health's Heart Air Service provided aerial support. Other agencies involved in the search: Church Hill Rescue Squad, Hawkins County County Rescue, Hawkins County EMA, Hawkins County EMS, Hawkins County E911, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, and Goshen Valley Volunteer Fire Department. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation issued an endangered child alert for Summer.
Now, the TBI's issued an endangered child alert for a missing 4-year-old in Hawkins County. The sheriff's office says Summer Wells was last seen walking away from her home on Ben Hill Road last night. On your screen right now is a closer look at the pictures of her. She was wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts. And right now, crews are searching in the Beach Creek community. This is what the area looked like around 3 o'clock this morning. If you see her, call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
New details after an endangered child alert issued for a missing East Tennessee girl. We featured this actually in the first hour of Good Morning Nashville. To Josh with the update.
Yeah, Neil, so the TBI now updating the age of that little girl, saying she is 5, not 4, as they previously thought. That endangered child alert issued last night out of Hawkins County there in East Tennessee for Summer Wells. Take a look at these photos provided by the TBI. There was a massive search effort underway, but it was paused because those search crews said the terrain was just not safe due to the dark conditions out there. They do plan to resume, though, later on this morning. That search effort centered around Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community. We are told she's 4 feet tall, has blonde hair, and was last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts. Now, at this point, no other details have been released, but anyone with any information about her whereabouts is urged to contact the TBI. We're going to post all this information on our website. Head over to WKRN.com for the latest breaking news.
The TBI also posted more photos of the missing child. Citing new information and growing concern about the well-being of Summer Wells, the TBI upgraded the endangered child alert to a statewide Amber Alert.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Leslie Earhart, a public information officer with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Thank you for being here and continuing to cover the search for 5-year-old Summer Wells. Unfortunately, we don't have any significant updates to provide as Summer is still missing, but we did want to share the latest on the investigation and the ongoing search. As you know, she's now the subject of a statewide Amber Alert.
Now at noon, we're following breaking news. An Amber Alert now issued by the TBI for a missing 5-year-old girl. Right now, the search continues for Summer Wells, the missing 5-year-old girl from Rogersville. And breaking news this afternoon, that endangered child alert now upgraded to an Amber Alert by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. You're watching News Channel 11 at noon. I'm Sydney Kessler. 5-year-old Summer Wells has not been seen since last night. Agents from both the TBI and the FBI are investigating along with local authorities. Wells is roughly 3 feet tall, weighing 40 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing gray pants and a pink shirt. Now, she was reportedly last seen outside of her home in the area of Ben Hill Road and Beach Creek Road. Both crews have been searching on foot and with helicopters since last night. News Channel 11's Kate Nemrich joins us now live with the very latest details. Kate, what do we know so far?
Sydney, an Amber Alert was issued for 5-year-old Summer Wells just about an hour ago. Around that time, we started seeing helicopters circling once again, searching for her. Now, the road, Ben Hill Road, where she lives and was reportedly last seen, remains closed at this time. Ainsley Daniels is also on scene with me, and she just drove past that scene a few minutes ago, where there are plenty of emergency responders present. The TBI, FBI, Hawkins Sheriff's Office, Hawkins Emergency Rescue, Kingsport Life Saving Crew, Bristol Fire, and many more. We're a few miles down the road at Solomon's Temple Baptist, where they have placed balloons in their prayer garden for Summer. They say Summer and her family used to attend this church, and she and her siblings did programs here.
She's a sweetheart. She's just a tiny little thing, and we all love her to death and just hoping that everything turns out to the good here today.
Daughtry hopes to release the balloons once Summer is found. They are planning a prayer vigil for later this afternoon, but at this time they have not released the details. Again, this has been upgraded to an Amber Alert. 5-year-old Summer Wells has been missing since last night. Live in Sullivan County, Kate Nemrich, News Channel 11.
Kate, thank you. Now, take another good look at this photo here of 5-year-old Summer Wells. A few photos there running on your screen right now. Anyone who has information about this little girl's whereabouts is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND, or you can email a tip to tbi@tn.gov. We've also have all of this information posted on our website. That's where we'll also post any updates and details to WJHL.com.
She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A family member reported her missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at approximately 6:30 Tuesday evening. At the time she went missing, Summer was reportedly wearing a gray pants and a pink shirt. She is believed to be barefoot. We do want to encourage the public, especially residents living in the area of Ben Hill Road, to check any trail cameras or security cameras that they might have that could have captured Summer on video or in photographs. We also encourage residents to check any crawl spaces, outbuildings, or sheds that would make for good hiding places. As we mentioned, the search is ongoing. There are a number of agencies involved. I'm going to turn it over to Sheriff Ronnie Lawson to talk more about the search and the conditions that authorities are up against. Sheriff.
Thank you. It's been a very intense 21 hours. A lot of searching, a lot of investigation by 19 different agencies. Last night, we had approximately 60 to 80 people searching in the woods. A number of law enforcement officers doing the investigation also. Today, we've had over 100 people in the woods searching throughout the whole region. We also have agents with the TBI and the FBI assisting my office. We jointly investigating this whole circumstance. Our main goal is to find Summer and find her safe. We have plenty of help. We don't need any assistance from the local people. We have the professional people out searching, and we just appreciate everybody, their contributions. It's been a tremendous outpour from the community with the water, the food, and the snacks. It's just overwhelming, and it's a very intense investigation. I know the public needs to know things, but it's ongoing, and we will release things as we can when we can. Our main goal right now is to find Summer.
We'll take a couple of questions, but keep in mind we can't discuss specifics of the investigation. Can you talk about an area back there?
Absolutely. It's very dense. The terrain is tremendously hard. We have virtually no cell phone service. The radio systems we use, which is not that good, we have very little radio communication. We do have several command posts setting up, but what makes it so hard is the communication between the boots on the ground and searching the woods and the different agencies and officers, and it's very hard to communicate. And we're not like you're in these small towns or in towns where you got a lot of cell service, and just for instance, when we get texts from the media, you may text and we may get it an hour later, and we have no way to reply to it. And the same way with the officers, and the ECOM Central Dispatch has done an excellent job. TBI has their command post. It should arrive soon, and we're going to continue on until we find Summer and put this case to rest.
The Public Safety Committee took a long-awaited step tonight in getting the county back on track after a system failure where the towers linking the communications radio network failed at the end of last year. That system is made up of several radio towers that send and receive frequencies across Hawkins County. Ainsley Daniel was at a heated meeting earlier today.
Josh, that system failure causing continuous issues for first responders and rescue squads across Hawkins County. Tonight, several spoke up in a heated Public Safety Committee meeting.
In an emergency, it's the lifeline. That 911 call coming from a plane crash in Sir Gowensville just last month.
You can hear right there the member is trying to, he was actually trying to communicate with me and tell me, what he's seen and stuff.
The clicking noises and static, a constant issue for first responders in Hawkins County after their system failed in December, disconnecting the towers that transmit the calls.
Talking about something you don't know about. Here you go. Don't talk anymore, so don't fuss at me, son. Don't fuss at me. You know nothing about it. You know what, I don't, but we've been waiting for 6 months to find somebody to buy it.
Wednesday, that issue coming to a head where the Public Safety Committee approved spending up to $30,000 to restore the system with the original provider, AMK, while also exploring other options. One, a digital system costing more than $900,000. The other, a state-operated radio system with a price tag of over $4.5 million.
The licensing, we were just told, could take anywhere from a couple of months to a couple of years. So we just was looking at it to go back like it was, prior November, so that we can get people at least back as safe as they were then.
Emergency Management Director Jamie Miller says now the issue is countywide with all first responders.
Our goal with fixing this system was not to take the system to where it was in November. Our goal with this was to take communications in this county to a place it's never been.
Those working the front lines worry today's vote for a temporary solution could become the permanent fix.
No matter what, we have to be able to talk. That's our lifeline to dispatch, to be able to talk. And so, we've got to have a reliable communications everywhere that we cover throughout the county.
Today's vote will go to the full commission at their meeting next Monday, June 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Hawkins County Courthouse. Sarah?
The Hawkins County Public Safety Committee has created a task force to look at our communications issue, on how to enhance communications in our county, and potentially pursue a new technology for our communication system.
Hawkins County Mayor Jim Lee and EMA Director Jamie Miller will head up the task force. At the county's January public safety meeting, Miller offered several solutions to the county's radio communications issues.
Basically, there's three options as we are today because we're operational, which is analog, and then I've presented two digital solutions as well, DMR and P25 TACN, which is the state system. Both systems work a little bit differently on how they're configured.
Okay. Miller said the task force will be faced with many questions that it will be expected to answer.
One being end user devices, who would take care of that cost, how the system would be configured as far as talk groups. That type of technology has never been used in this county, so it would be completely starting. If we decide to go digital and go with talk groups, it would be completely different than what's been used in this county before. So we would have to do a needs assessment to see what we would need as far as talk groups.
Miller also said that end user devices already owned by the county that may need to be replaced could be sold, and that income could go towards the cost of new devices.
Obviously, we're in the position of developing this task force, and we'll have people with different areas of expertise, different agency backgrounds, just to make sure we get the best solution overall for this radio system, whatever solution that may be.
This task force is necessary due to old radio infrastructure, which was only made worse on December 18th when a radio microwave link was lost between Short and Bays Mountain, which caused a complete system failure.
We are functional with 3 independent repeater sites that are not linked together at this point. The system is functional independently for those 3 sites. Our county typically has a link system that responders in the lower end of our county and the upper end of our county have common audio from one device to another. When the systems broke apart, as it is right now, those officers are unable to hear each other if they're separated by enough distance. If you listen very closely to the beginning of this clip, audio clip, you'll hear a click. That click is an officer trying to communicate with his chief, and you'll only hear a click. We have end users that start on one end of our county on their shift and end up on a completely different end of our county within 45 minutes. Those officers, ambulances, fire vehicles, they're commonly moving back and forth across the county. So we definitely need to come up with some kind of solution where they're able to hear audio from one end of the county to the other. Without a common problem we have now is they cover one another up because they can't hear one another, and they'll both try to talk at the same time on different repeater sites.
The county's Public Safety Committee will hear from the task force on February 5th at the County Administration Building on Washington Street. In Hawkins County, I'm Bianca Murray for News Channel 11.
Opinions about what's going to be best and what's not going to be best. I just ask everybody to keep an open mind. There are things that are better than others, and there are things that cost money that we're not sure how we're going to pay for just yet. So I'll say that.
The Hawkins County Public Safety Committee met at a special called meeting Wednesday to find the best solution for the county's failing emergency radio system.
In the last meeting of the Hawkins County Public Safety Committee, we were asked to develop a task force to look at the different options for our radio system. That task force came back with a recommendation, which was TACAN as the number 1 choice. The number 2 and number 3 choices were full replacement of our system or DMR, which tied. Today's meeting, the different vendors come in and talk to the county and ask for a full quote to be put in with coverage studies for the county of the exact cost of what it would be as a quote instead of an estimate.
The task force was necessary due to the failing of radio systems in December.
A sheriff's deputy might start out in Mooresburg and go all the way to a call in Mount Carmel. So now currently you have to switch to 3 different channels to do that. And if you're in the upper end of Hawkins County, you can't be heard in the lower part of Hawkins County. So it's a big officer safety issue as far as being able to hear each other, and if you need additional backup and whatnot. As far as the rescue squad, our communication system has always had issues as far as dead spots, especially over in the Clinch area, in the Mooresburg area. We have 2 sites now that we transmit on, Town Knob and Short Mountain, so that helps a little bit, but there's still a lot of dead areas now.
The task force's number 1 choice was TACAN, which stands for Tennessee Advanced Communication Network.
TACAN was number 1. It's a system that I currently use now with one of my agencies that I work with. We love it. We love the interoperability of it, being able to talk to the other counties around us. You've got Greene County, Greenville City, Kingsport, Sullivan County, Washington County, all those guys, the Highway Patrol, TBI, several different agencies that are going to that system.
The Public Safety Committee will again meet once vendors of different radio service providers offer their specific quotations.
I just think it's hard to put a price on a first responder's life, and I hope the county commissioners do the right thing and get the system and the equipment that we need that would potentially save somebody's life.